Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Brad One Punch Pickett, the coach of Team England on Oktagon Challenge, and it's been an entertaining show so far. And the first fight I want to get into, it's looking like we might get it this week. It's been the greatest rivalry I think I've seen in reality TV in a long time. Hassan versus Dennis. They've been going back and forth in the house. They're at loggerheads. What's it been like to be around these two guys? And have we got a great fight in store?
Well, honestly, it's very entertaining. Obviously, it makes it very good TV. From the get go, it's a fight that we kind of wanted, but Hassan going into the show, which Dennis didn't know about, he broke his nose, so he was trying to give him as long as he can to recover from his broken nose before he fought. So, but it just made it. And it's quite entertaining, you know. Like for me, Hassan gives it as well, you know. Like, but yeah. In my eyes, though, towards the end, Frimpong was great in me so much as well. Like, for me, he's relentless. Yeah, he's called the menace for a reason, right? So yeah, it's definitely a menace.
I mean, watching it over an hour-long show, he's pretty relentless. So I can't imagine what it was like to live with him. But for Hassan, obviously a great fighter in his own right. But I spoke to Akon a couple of weeks back, and he said he was an interesting character to be around because he'd be in the middle of a training session, then he'd disappear, and you catch him eating Snickers bars. What was it like to work with him?
I've worked with Hassan for a long time, actually, because he trains in my gym, so I know him for my coaching in that aspect. And he's always been an interesting guy, man. It's like some days I hate him, and some days and then I love him. It's like he even that even my love and hate can happen even in a short period of time. I can love him, then hate him, then love him. Yeah, it's like a roller coaster. But even like, but the bottom line is that I love Hassan. He's a very good character. He's fun.
Yeah, I can imagine it's fun to be around him. You've got such a fantastic blend of lads in there. I mean, we've got George Staines, for example, who just produced a terrific performance. And he's got this blend of a personality because he's obviously this animal inside the cage, but outside of it, he's big into his Star Wars, big into his Marvel, loves his Lego. So what's it like to work with such an interesting character like him?
For me, George Staines is cut from the same sort of cloth as me, really. It's like, I was a massive Star Wars fan. I was a geek. I played World of Warcraft for 10 years. You know, like, but I could fight. You know, like, you know, and it's easy to learn, right? Because some people need to have this chip on their shoulder, have this vengeance with the world to be able to get angry and fight. And some people could just go, we're fighting, and that's the competitor in me. I think George is the same. He's very competitive in what he does. You know, like he doesn't have to talk trash and nothing like that, or be that kind of brash kind of person. He's like, it doesn't matter. I could switch on when it needs to be, and he has that switch, which is great to see.
And it's amazing for you, obviously, throughout your career, you've worked alongside some amazing coaches, some amazing competitors. But I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to work alongside an actual Jedi perform in the form of Akon Winlass. Obviously, he goes by that Jedi moniker. What's it like to be around him and obviously share this mutual interest?
Yeah, again, massive. I mean, I don't know how. I think the Star Wars God's put us all together because like everyone in my team was like a massive Star Wars fan, so it was quite funny. And like, yeah, again with him, he gets it. You know, like in this day and age, you can't just be a good fighter. Right? There's quite a lot of talented fighters out there. So now for me, you got to have something else. You know, and coming like for me, obviously, I had my trilby hat and braces when I used to come fight and stuff like that. And he has that Jedi sort of image, and he's just cool because sometimes you may not remember certain people, but then you're like, oh, you remember that fight, the Jedi guy. Oh yeah, I remember that. So it makes you stand out, you know. So in this day and age, I think it's very, very important. You have to be very marketable within this sport, but make sure you become a product, you know, as well to the organization. So don't get me wrong, organizations promote you, but if you promote yourself, they'll jump on that and promote you more. You know, it's not up to the organizations to promote fighters. It's up to you to create yourself as a brand I understand your identity, and you got to build yourself, and then promotions will jump on that and help promote you as well. But you have to promote yourself. Where some fighters try and, yeah, I want to fight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight. Yeah, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna smash him. What, like some people now, so much social media going on now. There's so much content. So many fans out there who just crave content. So and someone like Akon, he creates it. He even have their own fan page. Yeah, he has so much content out there for people to get hold of.
Absolutely. Those looks that you had going into UFC London Fight Weeks, they were so synonymous with those cars, and the fans knew exactly what they were coming to see. Akon has a big fight in Manchester. The last time, I think he turned up dressed as Darth Maul. Who knows who he's going to turn up at this time, whether it's going to be Darth Vader, Boba Fett, whoever. Are you looking forward to seeing him in action? Is he somebody that you can see potentially going all the way to the top and winning an Oktagon title? And the last Star Wars topic I'll give before I move on from that, I asked him the exact same question. He said Darth Vader. If you could fight anybody from that universe, who would it be?
Probably Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
For me, it's so weird. With Star Wars, I think it's the only show or thing out there where the bad guys are so cool. And like, like stormtroopers. For me, that is the best kind of outfit anyone can have. Like you see on my Instagram, on my stag-do, I dressed up as Darth Vader, and all my friends were stormtroopers. And it's just such a cool look. So it's so weird where people prefer to be Siths and Darth Vader because they're just so cool compared to like the good guys. Like, yeah, Luke Skywalker, cool. Obi-Wan Kenobi, yeah, cool. But people prefer the bad guys. So for me, yeah, if I came out, I'd come out to like Darth Vader or something like that. Yeah.
That's a pretty cool idea. And this show has been entertaining from the get-go because we've had so many pranks, from the water bombs to Dennis spraying Hassan with the toilet water. We've had so much. But when the England flag was draped over the toilet, you indicated that you might have a couple of tricks up your sleeves of potential pranks that you could pull off. Could we see anything from you coming up?
I think most of my stuff I never got caught on camera because I'm a bit spontaneous, where the Irish guys are a bit more clever in a way. Like, they're waiting for the camera crew to do this and all that sort of stuff. And also the camera crew are around them all the time. So like for me, I didn't live up to my full pranking potentials, to be honest. I did pants them a few times. But yeah, again, I pantsed a lot of them, but I don't know if any of that got caught on camera.
And the opposition coaches, we've got two great ones. Paddy Houlihan, like yourself, a fellow legend. And then we've got Shamrock, who has this incredible story of going on the run to Malaysia after being accused of a crime he didn't commit. A sensational story. And then he's going to end up fighting a police officer on the Manchester card. So the whole thing's come full circle. Great character, Shamrock. What do you make of this whole story and everything that comes with him?
I love Shem. I was more gutted that he was on the Irish team because he's a scouser. He's actually he's English, so he did jump in the ship. But no, I love him. Oktagon are doing a very good job of finding these characters. Everyone's got a good backstory. And what they're good at is getting that backstory out. And selling that backstory because everyone's got a story, right? It's sometimes they just need to be heard. I think Oktagon does very well with that, with giving people's backstories, and people can relate to them in some way, or eventually they can dislike them and go, right, I want to see this guy get beat or something like that. But people kind of get emotionally invested before the fight starts.
And then looking at your other two fighters, we've got Bo and Jake, and a complete juxtaposition in what happened to them. Bo obviously winning extremely quickly, Jake getting caught extremely quickly. What's it like in cases where you've got a fighter like Jake, who's obviously fantastic in his own right, but things just go wrong on the day? As a coach, how do you pick him back up again and get his confidence back?
You kind of just this is the only sport where it's so unforgiving, where I always use this as a good analogy. Say in a boxing match, right? You have two boxers. One boxer is the better boxer on paper, right? you can make the good boxer could be a bit lackadaisical, whatever, and get back, clipped, get dropped, and that whatever, and get back up and go, whoa, okay, right, I need to switch on, and then switch on, and then go and turn the fight around and beat the guy. Right? In MMA, you don't get that sort of chance. If you make one mistake, and leave yourself exposed, you're gonna be tapping or waking up unconscious. So like. It's just that unforgiving nature sport. That's what, for me, makes this really, really a fun sport to watch, because it's a 2-horse race. But like any of these horses to win on their given day. I'm not saying that Ahmed's not the better fighter. Jake's a better fighter than Ahmed. I think Ahmed's a very talented fighter as well. But Jake just fell right into Ahmed's checkmate. Like he made Ahmed done a very good submission, and that's what he's good at. He's good at guillotines, right? And Jay just gave it straight to him. And like someone like Ahmed's not gonna let that go lightly. He's gonna take every opportunity as it comes.
And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, Armand, a great character in his own right, a great fighter, and he'll have a real good shot of making it to this final on what should be a fantastic night at the Manchester Arena. I know that you have another fighter on the bill in the form of Alex Lahore, and I'm assuming that he's going to be wanting to put on a massive performance. How's he been getting on?
Yeah, good. Like he suffered an injury in his last fight. He had to rehab that hand. But what he's done after rehabbing his hand, he's kept his weight down. So normally, sometimes Alex could balloon up quite a little bit, and half of his camps have been weight management. Now he's not. He's in good shape. He's in the best shape I've seen him. Now it's all about, let's get better. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it's all about just becoming a better fighter. So I'm looking forward to seeing Alex Law back in there again. So expect good things.
Well, Brad, I really appreciate you giving me some to learn today. It's been fantastic to get all your perspectives on Oktagon Challenge and indeed Star Wars. And I wish you all the best of luck if you ever cross paths with Darth Vader. But for now, is there anything that you would like to add before I let you go?
Yeah, I just want to say, obviously, guys, people who haven't tuned into the channel yet, watch it. So obviously, all the episodes on YouTube. It is very, very entertaining. And I'm not going to lie, it gets better. I mean, like, there's some cracking fights to come, believe me. So stay tuned and, enjoy the show in Manchester and get your tickets.